Good morning, this is Captain Australia. Now, I survived my drunken binge drinking at the Marlin Hotel in Ulladulla with all the lovely locals, and that was incredibly fun and spiritually nourishing, and I had a bloody good time. So here I am at a place called Foxy's. It's a cafe across the street, and what delightful kindness. So Sam and Adam here, I came in and asked if I could get a big breakfast, and they're like, "Oh, we're not taking your money, mate." So, I mean, it's all around us, this tremendous hospitality and kindness out there in the world. I'm just an old buffhead trying to do the right thing, or a righteous thing, and help kids with paediatric cancer in my big walk from Brisbane to Melbourne. Now, I'm doing superhero laundry today, but I have one other shout out. I wanted to say g'day to my new best mate, Sophie. It was a delight to meet you and your mum before, Sophie, so lovely, absolutely lovely of you to come down and say g'day. That stuff just lifts me right up. Shane says, "Morning, brother." G'day, Shane. How you doing? So firstly, let me show you this gorgeous breakfast. So this is, that's going to sort me out. That is going to get me all the way to Bateman's Bay. So we've got that and a coffee. And look at the menu here with phone number on there as well, eh?
Thanks, man. I'll see you in the morning. We're headed back and want a big breakfast in the morning.
And now, we need to quickly scoot over and chuck some clothes in the dryer and then toddle right back. Toddle's the best word for it because I am the world's oldest, biggest toddler. I've lost my round the neck COVID mask. I need a good COVID mask so I can just wear like a bandana and put it up when I need to. These things keep falling off my ear, and let's pop this on actually as a, we've got to respect. Come on, old man. So this is the local laundromat, and we need to get our gear into a dryer. Morning, mate. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. So we'll pop you up here, and that's, there you go. Carolyn Smith says, "Love it, keep it up." Cheers, Carolyn. So who thought that wannabe burnout superhero would do his own laundry, huh? But no, one of the rules of the big walk is no support or anything, so I've just got to be self-sufficient and figure stuff out as I go. And that's teaching me to come alive again after my fight with cancer. Pop this in here. Diggity-diggity-dee. And how long do we want it to go for? $8 is 40 minutes. That probably sounds about right. Sorry, I'm not talking to myself. Gentleman next to me probably thinks I'm completely mental, doesn't know we're sharing the whole laundry experience. As fascinating as it is for you people watching. So yeah, anyway, Captain Australia's Big Walk. I guess there's a lot of people who are just now checking it out. So my name's Simon, and after a fight with stage 4 cancer, I was not coming back. I tried and tried, I just couldn't come back. There was always this looming threat over my life. And cancer is a disease not just of the body, but of the mind and the spirit, yeah? But I invested in this idea that if I repeated a walk that I took as a child, I could heal myself. And that allowed me to breathe just a small bit of hope into my day-to-day life. And it worked. Hope is like magic. It gives you the fuel and the power that you need to move forward, believing that a positive change is available to you. So then when I realized I was going to walk and that I was healing, I amplified that hope by deciding to serve a charity. The charity is the Kids Cancer Project, and I have superheroed up for science. Now, one thing the newcomers may not know is there's a thing called Daily Donor Dares of Doom, where you get to super villain up for science. So if you make a donation, you can, in the comments with your donation, choose any old thing. So I've had to spend a day where I could not communicate in any other format except for song. So if I went in to get a big breakfast, it would have to be, "Hey, give me a big breakfast, mate. I'm really hungry. Put it on a plate," and that was horrible. Once I had to dye my beard pink. So if you make a donation, feel free to chuck in a Daily Donor Dare of Doom. I am on the hook to obey your supervillain evil thingamabob. Okay, let's pay for this dryer, and we want it on high. 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. There we go. That should do it. Select, start, go. Done, 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 and diddly done. Okay, so let's go back. Now let me show you this lovely cafe and the people who operate it. They are incredible, and it's just more and more kindness. G'day, how you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm not completely mental.
I have someone here who would love to meet you.
Yeah, well, you have someone there that I'd love to meet. 3 of them, actually. How you doing? Are you guys shy?
No.
I was just in the middle of, let me share these lovely people with the world. So, g'day. So my name's Simon. Some people also call me Captain Australia. I have been called 1 or 2 other names as well, some of them quite well deserved. So your name?
Elise.
Ellie?
Elise.
Elise. Pleased to meet you, Elise.
Tracy.
Tracy, an absolute joy.
Jamie.
Jamie, pleasure to meet you. Yeah, so I'm walking to Melbourne for a charity called the Kids Cancer Project.
Elise actually spent 11 months last year in Westmead Children's Hospital fighting osteosarcoma.
Are you in the all clear now?
She has her next scan in 2 weeks' time.
Oh, and that's like the where they give you, what is it? Not the PET. It's the one that, is it a PET scan? Is it a PET scan? Yeah, it's called a PET scan. Yeah. I've had to have a couple myself, but it detects like microscopic cancer. I hope you get the all clear, at least, and my heart tells me you will. Look at you, you know. I love meeting young people who have that joyfulness in them. I lost mine completely a year ago. Cancer took that away from me. But if you keep it alive, everything gets better, and you can overcome any darkness. Like the cancer doesn't get to win, you know. We do. We get to share joy and love. And I'm going to start crying. Shut up, Simon. You weirdo.
You know, we get to come and say thank you for everything you do.
Yeah, I just, when I went through my ordeal, I'm an old fool, and I didn't have the tools that I needed to succeed, and I just kept getting weaker and more broken until I figured out I had to do something big to heal myself, because I just wasn't as smart and as full of life as you are, and I just allowed it to wither away, you know. And now I've learned you do, even when you make the mistakes and you fall into a hole, you get to climb up and come back, and it's such a great thing.
Makes you appreciate
and I think
the little things.
part of the big walk that I didn't expect is being able to show that to people, that a broken life can be fixed, and you know, you get to, also I have no idea if where I'm pointing the camera. Oh, and it's totally only at you, sweetheart, so you're a movie star. So I look at this lovely family, and there's Elise, who I got a mate, Archer, my little mate. He's only like 8 or 9, I think, who's in Westmead at the moment getting
Hi, Archer.
bone marrow treatment. So he had to have chemotherapy to destroy his, you know, the bad bone marrow, and then replace it with a donation from his younger brother Callum, who's only 3. And all of these kind of ordeals, they can sort of make you worry that there's just more and more of the same, but there's not.
Anxiety never leaves.
Yeah, cancer. Well, you know what? And this, if you ever in your future life find yourself feeling as though cancer is a cloud on your horizon, I felt that way, and I don't anymore. 100%, it's gone. 100%, I've beaten that. And for me, that's by dressing up like a superhero and taking a big walk, which is just completely mental. But the point is, you can. So even that like subtle, insidious thing, the anxiety of the disease, it doesn't get to win. Because I promise you 100%, and it's not a false thing. It's not something where I've like whistled past the graveyard convincing myself that I'm over it. I'm done. It's like, screw you, cancer, you're over there, you know. And if it ever came back for me or whatever, it's a new start, it's a new problem, and I'll deal with that when it comes up. And I'm just making myself stronger and better. And if you in your future life ever get lost, hit me up. Maybe we'll have a chat, and I'll help you do what I did. You can wear. Actually, would you look good as Captain Australia? Let's have a look. We might just have the new Captain Australia here. Let's have a look. Hang on. Say something super heroic. Oh, she's struggling now. I put her on the spot. Okay, go. Hang on. Wickety, wickety, wickety. It's the Captain Australia morning breakfast show. Go on. I think I broke her.
Just tell everyone to donate.
Okay. Support the Kids Cancer Project today.
Yes.
Yeah, no, you gotta say it. Come on. Support the Kids Cancer Project today, and hand gestures. Come on, bring that up here. Yeah, boys, support the Kids Cancer Project today. Come on. No, I've broken it.
Kids Cancer Project today.
Good on you, Elise. That's lovely. Yeah.
But
Look,
honestly, we saw so many children at rescue, newborn babies with
yeah,
leukemia.
it breaks my heart. Yeah.
Lost
Oh, yeah, thank you. Sorry if that was a bit gross. By the way, I didn't even think about that.
So many kids affected.
Yeah, the idea that any child should have to endure it just breaks my heart and mine. And it's 950 children diagnosed in Australia every year. And for me, so we've raised almost $100,000 so far. Hope to raise a lot more money, but money's just like it's a representation of value. The breakfast that I have waiting for me over there, that's worth money, you know. But at the end of the day, the idea that even just one of the bring that 950 down to 949, you know, and that's not just a child saved this year. That's a child every year, one fewer child. So it's saving the lives of unborn future children when you donate to the Kids Cancer Project, you know.
And so many children that relapse and need second and third treatment.
Yeah, heartbreaking. And it broke me, a grown man with a business, a life, children, you know, somebody who you would think would be able to resolutely and strongly navigate through the perils of the world because he's a big, strong, bullhead man. But I wasn't. You are much stronger than I am, Elise, you know?
Doing it through COVID as well.
And those challenges.
Because
Yeah.
we were completely separated. Elise and I were in Sydney, the family were here in Ulladulla.
How hard is that? I got through, my treatment was like 2016 at the end of the year leading up to Christmas. So I finished Christmas Eve 2016. So I bypassed the whole COVID thing. And when I was in my own little sucky, I'm so broken moment, I barely noticed COVID and the difficulties of it, you know? But now when I walk through, I see communities still fragmented by it. But every single person I meet individually is outstanding. So it tells me that, you know, if we get ourselves together and our political sort of get everything just on track, we're all still human beings and we're all still gorgeous, you know.
Well, you're doing an amazing job, so thank you.
Thank you. I'm so. Also, I think it's just the joy coming out. After being so broken for so long, I walk along, I burst into song. Sometimes I start crying, and you know, it's just the joy coming out because there's been a plug.
I have moments like that. I'll be fine, and then I'll just burst into tears.
When I did that, I would do that on the beach, and I felt old grief coming out with the tears and just landing on the beach, and it stays there. And so now this is what replaces it. This is what it looks like. Yeah. Well, I've got a lovely hot breakfast that they cook for me. So, I mean, an absolute joy, my friend, an absolute joy. A pleasure. Oh, of course you can. Sorry, I might, I'll leave the stream there, but I just want to, let me just, so one second. This is Foxy's Cafe. What a gorgeous place. The owners, Adam and Sam. This is my breakfast. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at how gorgeous it all is. So, you know, I have to give a really firm and resolute thank you to these lovely people for feeding me. And my new friends here, we're just going to take a photo, so I'm going to say goodbye. Later on, I head for Bateman's Bay. I'll be camping somewhere between here and there tonight, probably in a bit of weather by the looks. So I'll update you later. All the best. Thank you for your interest. Captain Australia's Big Walk for the Kids Cancer Project. Cheers.